Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the farm. As you can probably tell, it is time for pig moving, and I figured I'd show you these two yard hippos. We've got Phil back here. Good morning, Phil. Good morning, Thistle. You got your own separate little pools, huh? Thistle, I'm over here. Good morning. So they're hanging out in the pool this morning. We are getting ready to move them. We're gonna move them up to this area. Here's our public service announcement. Every time I get ready to move pigs, someone comments, why don't you just let the pigs, why do you mow? Why don't you just let the pigs eat the grass down? Well, pigs do graze, but they're not ruminants. They're not cows, they're not sheep. They're not gonna eat all this grass down to where it's livable and it's not overgrowing on their fences. So that is why we mow the grass down. So we've got Phil and Thistle to move. We've got Ryder and Smitten to move. And it never ends, but that's okay. That's the one thing I've learned since we've kind of gone into the full-time farming. Of course, I didn't turn the fence off, so I'm gonna try not to get shocked here as we go under, but I am gonna fill wallows while we are getting ready to move, because the wallows do stay in the pens here. Oh, and we just wrap around the house, which is right there, and the wallow. And that way we don't have to dig 17 different wallows. They're gonna be moved back to this part of the pasture right here. And they've got water, but everyone loves a fresh wallow. So while we're going to get fences, wallows, if I can get the hose in there, are gonna be getting filled. So ever since farming has kind of become my full-time thing, even though it's a small farm, it is a full-time thing. Good morning, Ryder. You guys are getting a new pasture. Ever since it's become my full-time thing, there's one thing I've learned, is that you are never caught up, and you're probably never going to be caught up. So we've got these pigs to get moved. I've got the fence on the cart. I've got the feed on the cart to help me get them moved. And we'll get them moved. And that will cross off two things on our list, our never-ending list that continually keeps growing. And I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you how it is. The most important thing is our family's taken care of. Our animals are healthy and taken care of. And we will slowly start knocking things off of our list of things to do. All right, we've got more of this 418-12 hog netting, and we love it. It's easy to set up. I can carry multiple fences at a time. They're 100 feet long, and I can do 2 to 3 fences at a time. And the biggest thing for myself, well, for Jamie and everybody, it's easier to step over and to get in with your pigs. So 418-12 is the hog netting we use from Premier One. We don't have any discount codes. They don't sponsor the channel, but we love the product. So that is what we're gonna use. We're gonna take down all of this netting that we have here, and I got new netting of this, so we're gonna try, I think my spot here is probably gonna be three nets. So we'll get rid of this taller netting, which this is good stuff too. We like that too. It's just a little bit harder to step over, and we're gonna replace it with the 418-12. So let's take it down. If we need to, we'll get them food. They're both in the house right now, so we'll see. Whatever we need to do, we'll get. And once we get this netting set up, we're gonna mow this fence line. So it will be open for a minute, but these pigs don't go anywhere. So that's the beauty of the coonies. They're not gonna run away from us. They might get scared of the mower, but they're not running to the neighbors. They're not running out in the woods and we gotta chase them. It's just a bucket of feed, and that keeps them close to home. Let's get these pens set up. Hey, Ryder. Well, I thought I was gonna get all the fence up. Not quite, but we are gonna get them some food. So he stays over, if I can get this fence out. So he stays in this area. Oh, there we go. A little stuck in there. And here comes Smitten. So come on pigs. Come on. Here, pick. Now that they know we're out here, we're just gonna get them some food. That'll give us some time to put up the fence. Come on. All right, problem solved. Let's get that fence up. The ground has definitely gotten a lot harder. We have not had a lot of rain, so the good thing is you can use a rubber mallet to get these in as far as you need them. All right, took a little extra food to keep them occupied, but what a beautiful, beautiful spot. Full wallow. We'll get their water set right here on the edge still so we can still use our same hose, but pigs are doing great. And one thing I have never heard a pig complain about is a little extra feed. So it's all right that they got a little extra today. I shouldn't have any complaints this afternoon. So we'll get them some water, then we're gonna rinse and repeat and do the same thing down here with Phil and Thistle. All right, we're gonna do the same thing. Phil and Thistle are enjoying the wallow, but I'm sure they'll enjoy some cool water in there as well. We'll see how long they stay in here. I think once I start pulling the fence, they'll come out, and then we'll get them some feed as we get this fence moved around them and get them off of their old manure and onto fresh grass. All right, there we go. We've got them all set up in a new area. It looks fantastic, but the best view is down here. There is no manure in this spot. So Phil and Thistle are still finishing up. Very rarely do they get lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right, Phil? But you're not complaining. I see you're saving some up there behind your ear. That's not very nice to hide that from Thistle, but anyway, we've got that done, which is a big job. It's not a huge job, it's just hot. And well, we better get this. Oh, Isaiah already got it turned off. The wallow is filled up, nice cold water ready to go. We'll get their waters in here, and we've got 2 groups moved. That means everybody on the farm is on a new spot. So it's nice to have that. When we're in summertime and we get all the rain and everything else, it washes that manure away a lot quicker, so you can move them a lot quicker as well. But when we only got 2 pigs, there's really no point in moving them so fast, because they do not mess up this area as fast as they normally would, mostly because the ground is healing a lot faster because that grass is constantly growing in the summertime. So anyway, we've got our job done. 2 things marked off the list. I'm gonna get their old spots mowed so it looks nice. I've got to get fences taken up and put away. So those are on the list now that weren't on the list before, but we're chipping away constantly at our list of things to do. So it's been a couple videos since we've checked out the piglets. When we wrap this thing up, let's go check out the piglets and see how they're doing. Okay, we just finished our afternoon watering, which we do 2 to 3 times a day. So most of everyone is out. Here is Claire's piglets, everyone looking good. Guys, we've been really happy with the litters this summer and spring, and they have done very well. You going snorkeling, Claire? We are gonna dig a wallow for this pen. As you can see, the pool is at full capacity when Claire gets down in there, but she definitely fits in there and gets cooled off nicely. So, how are you doing? How are you doing? Kids have been out here working with the pigs, and you can tell they are getting a lot more used to us than they are when they first come out. How are you doing, big girl? This is a female, and she is big. You are big. How are you doing? How are you doing? All up in the camera. So there's Claire's litter. And I don't know if I mentioned this before. I can't remember a lot of things I tell you guys. But we are going to, as these pigs get weaned, we are going to take mamas out and we're going to leave pigs in this area and just clean this area up. It's just easier for us this time around to remember who is with who. And then when you move the pigs to a different area and they're in a pig loo, it is a lot harder to get those pigs caught if we need to catch them for anything. So pigs will be staying in here. Moms will be leaving as we wean. And this is Peggy's crew, and they are looking great. So most of them have the mud helmets from nursing. I actually had to pick one off a pig the other day because it looked like it was growing over its eyes. It might have been you. Was it you? But this is all boys except for this little girl right here. And this is Peggy and Phil, and they are doing great as Peggy heads into the wallow to get cooled down this afternoon. So there's Peggy's. Here's Willow. Willow's already in the wallow. Like I said, everyone comes out once we start filling waters. They know what's going on. There's a little boy right there. How's everyone doing? Just crashing out. It is hot today, guys. How are you doing? You got a nice little shade spot anyway. Got the spigot wallow right there, or the downspout wallow. There's Willow's. As we head across, you guys know this group. These are the Oreos. And once again, like I said, everyone doing good. How are you doing? You coming to say hi or going to check the food bowl? Not too sure. Connie's down in the wallow. This one here with these floppy ears. This is the one the kids say they're working on, trying to get it used to us, but super cute with those ears. I like it a lot. Just a different look, and you can see it's a little skittish, but Oreos are growing good, and these are Joyce's piglets. They've already been weaned, but man, I love that ginger as it gets out in the sun. Doesn't that look pretty? About time to mow this again. You're getting buried, aren't you? So there's Joyce's. There's one of the things on the list that I can't put off much longer. Probably gonna do some tomorrow. I've got to castrate some of these males. Not a fun time on the farm to castrate, but it's a necessary thing when you've got a bunch of males. We will be doing castrations. That is coming up. It's one of those things, like I said, it's not something you want to do, but when you're a small farm starting out, you got to save some money. The vet actually showed me how to do it, so we've been castrating pigs for about four years now. Like I said, sometimes you got to be a jack of all trades and figure some things out for yourself, because one, we don't have a vet close to us that does pigs. For some reason, I guess pigs are considered exotic where we're at. I don't know. Most of the vets around us do dogs and cats. So we got to figure some things out for ourselves, and it also helps us save some money. So here is Willoughby's group. You remember there was 10 piglets. Well, we lost one and we had to put one down. They were not doing that great, but they are really starting to do good. They just kind of they all looked a little bit, they had some diarrhea. We got that cleared up, and now they are doing well. You can see Mom's living the life in there. Piglets have been in that wallow enjoying it as well, but they are really starting to look good and grow and fill out. After we got rid of the diarrhea, you can just tell they're really starting to put on some weight and starting to look good. So there's Willoughby's group, the last of the ones in the barn. And you know what? I was ready to wrap this video up. We've got one more group. If you guys have followed along, you guys know Betty White's group is over here on the other side of the barn. Since the farrowing barn is at full capacity, we had to get her over here next to our pallet shelter, which is just on the other side of our barn here. So I thought we were done, but I can't forget about Betty White's group. You see, we got her a shade cloth, and she is definitely enjoying that and the wallow. So, hey pigs. Hey pigs. Hey. Should I let them know we're here so we don't scare them too much? Hey Betty, you don't need to come out. You don't need to come out. Here is Betty White's pigs doing well. We did lose one of the girls here. Not sure if it got rolled up on or what, but we came out one morning and she was not alive. So it happens. Whenever you have livestock, you're gonna have dead stock. It's unfortunate, but it's part of it. But everyone else is looking great. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Yeah, a little skittish, but that's to be expected. You guys are the youngest group on the farm. So there they are. Just wanted to give you guys an update before I got this shade cloth off. You can see, I think Betty White was shaking some mud off. She's got our whole barn splattered, but at least she was cooled down and feeling good. So there's your piglet update. We've got a few things knocked off the list. Just want to encourage you, doesn't matter if it's a farm or just regular life, we all get super busy and our list never seems to end, but as long as you're taking care of the important things, everything else will work itself out. So we appreciate you following along. We've got young chickens to move outside. Maybe we'll get that up next video. Not outside, but into chickshaws that we've been fixing up. And our list feels like it's going down, but it never ends. That is okay. So appreciate you following along. Don't forget to make the change. We'll see you guys on the next video. Looks like you guys are enjoying the wallows. Nice and cool. Fresh grass. Life is good.